everyone, so today I'm going to be doing my monthly makeup palette challenge update video. I'll let you guys know what I thought about the Coastal Scents Revealed 2 palette that I have been using exclusively for the month of February, and I will even show you how I did this eye look today. My kind of aim with this is to really use a palette and give it a good try, see if I really want to keep it or not. Whenever I did a lot of my declutter videos, I realized I have a lot of makeup and I'm never going to get through all of it, so that's kind of how I wanted to figure out if I wanted to keep these palettes. So each month I have a different palette to use, and this month it is the Coastal Scents Revealed 2 palette. So this is what the Coastal Scents Revealed 2 palette looks like. There are 20 different eyeshadow colors. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mattes, and then the rest are all shimmers. And then obviously a lot of these colors in here are very pinky rose toned, rose gold kind of colors. So to be honest, this was one of these palettes that I thought I would really love using this month, but the more I got to use it, I realized I liked certain things about this palette and some things I didn't like. What I did like a lot was the mattes. I feel like they were really nice, and the shimmers were something that I was just a little not let down, because you can definitely get some really nice colors with these. I definitely think you do have to kind of apply these shimmers wet to get the best look for them. Sometimes whenever I applied them dry, they were just a little bit crumbly, and I don't know, if you like a more subtle kind of shimmer, then this would probably actually be really good for you. It's not like too crazy over the top if you apply it with a light touch, but I like things to be like, what you see is what you get. And some of the shimmers in here were a little bit more chunky or grittier. This like fourth color right here, this one is just a little bit more of like a gritty kind of texture. You can definitely see some micro shimmer in it, which I just really do not like any kind of eyeshadow that has like a micro shimmer in it. But some of these other ones were a lot better. This one's kind of more of like a satiny kind of one. It's a really dark color. I actually didn't get a chance to use this one. Yeah, this one definitely turns off a lot more like a satin kind of finish, which is a really nice color. So the satiny ones are good as well. And I think if you're someone who doesn't have a lot of makeup products, this could actually be a good one to really expand your collection a lot, because they are so affordable and you do get quite a few colors in it. And this could be a good kind of alternative color-wise to like something like the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. If you like those kind of warm, pinky red, kind of rose-toned colors, I think that this one overall kind of copies that. And then of course the Naked, I think it was the Naked 3 palette that came out. This one is kind of what it's duping, but it also has quite a few more colors, so there's going to be some overlap with that. I think those were kind of more of the inspiration for this type of palette. I must say that the look I ended up doing today was probably one of my favorites that I created using this palette, and I do really like how my look turned out today. But on just like the everyday occasion, I definitely was able to get a lot of different looks with this. You can really take it super light, you can go dark with these really dark kind of vampy colors over here, but you've got tons of light options if you don't want something too intense. But a couple of my favorites were like these two here, those kind of matte colors. I use this one a lot as kind of like a brow bone color. Another matte one I loved, this dark red one was really pretty. Pretty much all the, you know, mattes, to be honest. And then like these two kind of coppers were nice. And then another one I did a lot that I really liked was this one, as kind of like an all over lid color, and then kind of doing like a smoky liner with that. So that was one thing that I really loved about this palette. But overall, using this one, I didn't feel super excited to use this palette. Last month, I kind of fell in love with the original Urban Decay Naked palette, and I was just really excited to use that palette every day and see like, oh, what kind of different look can I do? This one, I was really excited to try it at the beginning of the month, but I felt like it was just a little lacking for me. So I actually think this is gonna be one of the palettes that I let go and pass along to a friend or family member. And to be honest, I really loved the look that I did today so much, I almost considered keeping this one, but I feel like I could recreate this look with so many different other palettes that I already have, and this one is just, you know, pretty lightly used, to be honest, so I feel like this one is just one that I'm going to pass along to a friend. But I still think it's a wonderful palette for the price. I think that the colors really do show up. I think the shimmers can be a little bit hard to work with. If you apply them like in a foiled method or technique, or wet your brush to apply them, I feel like they work so much better. And also if you take your finger and actually apply some of the shimmer colors, like pat it on after you've like used the brush, I feel like those are just a few little techniques to really kind of get the most out of this palette. But overall, I really just kind of want to keep the things in my collection that are just really great. So for this, I would give this palette like a 6 or a 7 on like a 10 scale, but I just don't really need it. And so that is why I'm going to be passing it along. So to keep it really quick, we're going to move on to the tutorial part and you can see how I did this look. So I have already primed my eyes with the Too Faced Shadow Insurance. Next, I'm going to take some Scotch tape and I'm going to apply this to the back of my hand a couple times to kind of get rid of some of the stickiness, and I'm going to use this as the guide for the eyeshadow. So I'm just going to apply this on the lower lash line and extend it out until I'm happy with the angle. And then on the other side, I'm going to do my best to match the angle of this one. So next, using the Coastal Scents Revealed 2 palette, I'm going to be taking this color here. It's this one right here. It's just a matte kind of mauve-y rose tone color. So I'm gonna take that on a fluffy brush and I'm just going to apply this on the outer half and just make sure you don't go over where the tape is, but it'll create this nice clean line when we pull it up. And I'm going to blend this about to the inner halfway, kind of creating a nice soft gradient. So next I'm going to take this darker color here. This one is a dark burgundy kind of matte color. So I'm going to take that one next and apply that one to the outermost edge of the tape. I'm going to kind of keep this one a little bit more on the outer half of my lid. I'm still going to blend it inward just a bit, but I don't want it to go too far as the other one. And then finally with the darkest color here, this is a matte black shadow. So this one I kind of want to run mostly just along the edge of the tape and just slightly kind of blend it into that red color. Next I'm going to take this color right here. This is a soft, slightly pinker kind of matte eyebrow highlight color. So I'm going to put that one just right at the top here and I'm going to gently kind of blend this edge here so it's not a harsh line. And then softly blend that line just a little bit more. So next, taking some concealer, I'm going to apply just a little bit of this on the back of my hand, and then with a very precise kind of brush, I'm going to use this to kind of carve out the crease a little bit. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that and carve out this crease, trying to keep this as clean as possible. Next, taking a flat eyeshadow brush, I'm going to wet that with some setting spray. And then I'm going to pick up this bottom shimmer color here. It's like a champagne bronzy kind of color. And with my wet brush, I'm going to pick that color up. And then I'm going to press that into where we carved out the crease. And then I'm going to take just a little bit of it on my finger and really press it into the lid. This can kind of help these shimmer shadows show up a little bit more metallic on the lid. And so now I'm going to kind of figure out if I want to add any more shadows. I'm going to take just a tiny bit more of the black and just kind of amp that up just a little bit more on the outer edges. And also just a little bit more of that red color that we used earlier. So now the magic part, I'm going to peel off the wing, and you see you have a nice crisp line here, so I'm just going to go back with a little bit of a Q-tip to kind of clean that edge up just a little bit more. You can also use your concealer to kind of clean up any edges that are less than perfect. And you can leave it this sharp if you want, but I like to take something like a pencil brush. This one is a little stained, but there's no actual shadow on it. So I'm just going to take that and lightly go over the edge, just kind of back and forth just to slightly soften it. I don't want to lose that definition, but I don't want it to be so crisp where it looks just like I took an eraser and kind of removed it all. So just gonna lightly blend that. So now I'm gonna take a little bit more of that black shadow and I'm going to run this on the lower lash line. Again with a little bit of the red color, mostly on the center of my lower lash line. And then finally, again, the shimmer color that we used for the lid, just a tiny bit on the lower inner corner. Then with the lightest shimmer color here, I'm going to apply just a little bit of that to the inner corner just to kind of bring a little bit more brightness to the inner corner. Another trick to do before you move the tape, you can actually do your liquid eyeliner so you have a guide so you can get a nice crisp line. I forgot to do that, but I'm just going to apply a cat wing liner to the overall eye, but I do still have that line to kind of use as a guide. So that is with the winged liner done. Now I'm gonna move on to the lower lash line, and I'm going to apply a little bit of a black cream gel liner to the waterline. Next, I'm curling my lashes and applying my L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise Mascara. And that is it for the eyes. So overall, I think something that I would definitely love to add to this look if I had a little bit more time, but I am running low on time, I would do these like lashes that I got from Ulta. These I kind of tried them on and like held them up and they would look so perfect, but I still have to trim these and I gotta go, so I won't be able to apply these right now, but just like looking at like what it would look like with these lashes, I feel like this look it needs these lashes, but I think it looks fine on its own as well. So I'm really glad that I have been able to stick to this challenge so far. I know I'm only 2 months in, but I'm still like super proud of myself. I thought I would cave like after the first week and scrap the whole idea. But I really like doing this, and so next month for March, this is the palette that I'm going to be using for the entire month. This is the Cargo Cosmetics Emerald City palette. This one I think was their holiday collection for, I think, 2017. This one you can actually get from Ulta's website. I think it's about $20 right now, but I found mine at TJ Maxx for $10. So this is what the palette looks like. A lot of greens, taupes, and a couple kind of plummy colors. Definitely a 180 to the color palette from the Revealed 2 palette, but that was kind of intentional because I don't want to get too stuck with doing like the same kind of palettes back to back, and I have just been dying to use this again. So this will be my palette for the month of March, and at the end of March I will have a video just like this one detailing what I thought about it, if I'm gonna keep it, maybe some looks that I did with it as well, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So that is it for my February monthly palette video. I hope you guys found this helpful or enjoyed it, and if you did, please like and subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram, link is below, and until my next video, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.